In this video, we're going to highlight how one of our resellers, Design Agility, creates data-driven staff personas using our software. So, our reseller is Design Agility. They're a consulting firm in Melbourne, Australia. And what they do is, technology is a very big investment, especially for large companies. So they help organizations make the most out of their technology investments by identifying the productivity and work practice challenges that their employees face. And then they develop adoption, communication, and training strategies for the organization. So they help, organizations that are coming in with new technology. They help them set up the training strategies, help them, help their staff adopt the new software. So this is what they're doing. So the problem that they had is that the reporting was in the form of PowerPoint, but Design Agility staff had to manually add the data to each slide for each employee. This often messed up the slides because the font size would change if you had more information in one area, or the alignment of shapes would slide around. So they wanted a way to update the presentation template with data without staff needing to access the template directly. And so they found our software DataPoint. So now what happens is the consultants just fill in an Excel spreadsheet. They don't have to worry about lining up all the information on a slide. They just put the data in to the Excel spreadsheet. Then DataPoint automatically updates the PowerPoint template with the data from the spreadsheet. And this has resulted in an estimated time savings of 6 hours of consultant time per persona deck created. So if they were doing this for 50 employees, you can see that that would be like a ton of hours that they're saving. So here's an example of one of their personas. So this is Susan, who's a state manager. And then up here, it has a little blurb about what she does, primarily what she's looking for. So she works closely with a project team that reports to state managers on the status of store-based projects, such as refits and relocations, collects information about the properties, facilities. She doesn't currently use a project management reporting tool, but she would like a simple tool for creating, allocating tasks, tracking timelines, and deliverables. Now, there's a ton of information on this slide, so it's kind of intriguing to go through. So it starts off with her capability needs. So what does she need her technology to do? So document creation is a 3 out of 5. Real-time communications, 3 out of 5. So kind of mid-range needs. Collaboration is not that needed for her, so it's a 2 out of 5. But finding people and information is quite high. 4 out of 5, etc. And mobility is a 4 out of 5. So she needs to be more, mobile. But Workstyle, so internal mobility, she doesn't need to move a lot around the office, but she needs some external mobility. And internal collaboration and conferencing is minimal, but external collaboration and conferencing she needs, and needs to do work based on place dependency. So her line of business apps she currently is using is ServiceNow, Workday, Salesforce, and the Manager's Shared Drive. Now up here you see in the legend, red is not in use and green is in use. So she is not currently using a laptop, she's currently using a desktop. Doesn't really use a desk phone, but does use a smartphone. Doesn't really use a tablet or mobile phone, does use a webcam, but doesn't use a headset, and does use the meeting room. So her desired future technology is to change this to where it looks like a laptop would be needed, especially if she's going to be having that external mobility. And it looks like the other thing she would like to add is a headset. So here we've identified laptop and a headset as 2 new pieces of technology that she would be needing. So some information about her work style, and this is just commentary that she's done. It's verbatim comments right from the people who are attending the workshop. So critical is being able to answer calls delegated to her, and to see who the calls for is vital. Challenges, needs to schedule meetings, but the user experience is different based on location, VPN performance, in-store ability to work with audio-visual tools, and etc. So these are sort of her challenges, and down here her needs and wants. So she would like to have an online shift rostering rule that integrates with Payroll needs to be able to make these rosters visible to staff and managers. Staff need to be able to accept or swap shifts in real time, and etc. So this is, again, providing what her technology needs are, technology and training needs. A little further, wants to be able to provide frontline staff with the information needed to give great customer service. So requirements needs to be able to record her huddle sessions in OneDrive. Needs a persistent chat to assure corporate communications, document management, etc. Some recommendations that come out of this to evaluate shifts in teams for the staff rostering, establish a timeline for private channels for managers and teams, etc. So these are the recommendations coming out of the requirements. And so out of this comes some use case scenarios and success measures. So how are, what do I want to do? What are we going to use to do it? And what does success look like? So here I want to create a repository for product and service related knowledge articles and advice. We're going to use Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive for this. And with success, frontline staff will be able to search keywords or phrases to find information in a timely manner. So, etc. There's other ones with this as well. Some additional information. So this is all one personnel persona, right? So this is an extensive amount of information that they're gathering. So what happens? That she travels between stores and offices about 20% of the time. At stores or offices, what happens with working from home and what technology? So down here, it's what she's thinking and feeling about these kinds of things going on. At what time? Over here, time being wasted searching and accessing documents. Ad hoc conferencing is needed. In-store PC is limited audio because the computers don't have cameras. So, it's identifying all these problems. Some of her technology needs a standard Bluetooth headset, a single supported messaging platform, common repository, and etc. So you can see there's a ton of information here, shows some opportunities, what's needed. So this is the journey map that they've created for, where they're at and how they need to get there. So you can find out more about Design Agility at designagility.com.au. They're one of our valued resellers. Thanks to Glenn Evans for providing us with this information. Glenn's one of the founding directors. Looks like Julian's another one. So you can find out more about them at designagility.com.au. And of course, you can find out more about DataPoint and our software and everything we do at presentationpoint.com.